On this video, I'm going to teach you 3 amazing rope tricks, including how to pull some thick, heavy rope right through your neck, how to tie a solid knot and make it completely vanish, and I will show you how to cut some rope in half and magically stitch it back together. All you're going to need is some rope, so with that in mind, let's get into it. And this is trick number 1. Check it out. We have 2 regular pieces of rope and the rope is absolutely solid. Check this out. All we're going to do is take the rope. You can see it really is solid, and what I'm about to attempt is completely impossible. Watch the neck right here because the magic happens very fast. That piece of rope, or those pieces of ropes, travel all the way through. It looks brilliant. So now, let me show you exactly how it works. It couldn't be any easier. All you need are 2 lengths of rope, like so. These pieces are around about 3 to 4 feet, but you can use even longer pieces of rope. Now, let me show you exactly how it works. You begin by introducing the pieces of rope, and if you have people with you, you can hand it to them to check out, to make sure there's nothing unusual. It really is just 2 regular pieces of rope. So all we do, we hand them out, and then when we retrieve the first piece, I'm right-handed, so what I'm going to do in my right hand is just grab the piece of rope like so. But I begin by retrieving the rope so it's looped over my hand. But then from here, as this piece is being examined, I'm going to very secretly just drop it into a grip in the palm of my hand like this. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, so you don't really have to overhide this piece, it just happens pretty quick. Then you take that next piece back, and as we take it back, it's going to go over the top of the actual piece of rope that's already in your right hand, and it's going to link over like this. So effectively, all I have is a piece on this side and a piece on this side. But in one little swift motion, it just looks like one length of rope. Then I'm going to take the piece where these connect and I'm going to place that behind my neck. And that is done in one swift motion after showing that the piece of rope is long and it is solid. So then that goes behind my neck like so. And because of the friction of the rope, we can pull on this a little bit to show that it's solid. And now all I need to do is create the illusion of the piece of rope passing through my neck. So all I do at this point, my hands come together momentarily and I secretly switch these 2 pieces of rope like this. And then when I separate and pull, this will be done in one swift motion and it will create the illusion of the rope passing through the neck just like this. And that, my friends, is how we create the mystery of the rope through neck. Let's move into trick number 2. Trick number 2 is so cool, it uses a piece of rope and it also uses a tube. And what I'm going to do is just tie a knot in the piece of rope. And this, my friends, is a real regular knot. And I'm also going to use this. Now, what I'm going to do is take the piece of rope, I'm going to place the piece of rope inside the tube just like so, and I'm going to leave it dangling just like this. And now with a snap, the magic has already happened because as you can see, that knot has completely vanished. And that, my friends, is the disappearing knot trick. Let me show you how it works. All you need to do is make yourself a tube. I made this out of a piece of paper. You could make a more robust one out of cardboard or something like that. I'm going to momentarily show you the inside of the tube, but notice I only show it for a split second. That's because on the other side of the tube, I've got a little hole that runs right through, all the way through inside the tube. And if we look in, you can see my finger poking around right there. And now all I'm going to do is take this piece of rope and I'm going to tie a regular knot. And I'm going to make sure that you can see that it's not one of those special knots that you can tie and it vanishes or anything like that. It's just a regular knot. Now when I pick up the tube, I'm going to secretly place my thumb inside the tube like this. So now when I place the rope and the knot inside, my thumb is actually going to go on the inside of the knot. So effectively what's happening? From the inside, my thumb is inside this knot, and then when I remove the rope from the actual tube, I'm going to hold onto the tube, and I'm also going to pull, and as I pull, that knot unravels itself. But under the guise of a magic trick and laying extra emphasis that this is a real knot, it just looks absolutely brilliant. We place that in there just like so. I place the knot over my thumb on the inside, and then all I'm left to do is just remove this, and that is what makes the knot vanish. They say to save the best till last. So this, my friends, is trick number 3, and this is just one long regular piece of rope. Now what I'm going to do is just find the middle. So if we put the ends together, we can see the middle is of course right here. Now I'm going to take the scissors and I'm just going to cut that piece of rope right in half. And now all I'm going to do is just tie the ends together so that we can now attempt to restore the rope. And that piece of rope right now, well, of course it's not restored. It isn't restored. But if I just ravel this up over my hand like so, and I take the scissors, I can wave the scissors over the top, and that completely restores the rope, and that rope is right back to normal. And if you were here, you could also check this out. It's pretty cool. Now let's get into the secret. It is really easy to do. So what I'm going to do is tell the people who are watching, or the people who you're going to be performing for, that we're going to cut the piece of rope in half. And it looks like that's what happens. So I put the ends up here in my hand. Then when I take the middle, what I really do from the other side is I bring the middle up to the top, but I'm going to grab this piece of rope right here and feed that up. So effectively, all we're actually doing is just cutting the top of the rope. Then I take the scissors, I cut the rope right there, and then all I'm left to do is just tie the two middle pieces together. And what that is doing is just tying a knot in the middle. And this, of course, just slides up and down. So now when I bunch the rope together in my hand, I secretly slide the knot down off the rope, and then I can go into my pocket and I can remove some magic dust or the scissors. But as I remove the object, and in the appearance of sprinkling some invisible dust, it's just an excuse to leave that knot behind in my pocket like this. Couldn't be any easier. And then all I have to do is just open up the piece of rope and show that it's completely back together. I hope you enjoyed those 3 amazing magic tricks. If you like magic, make sure you check out themiraclestudio.co.uk. I have a subscription service there and a shop where I sell lots more magic. So make sure you head over and check it out. Take care, thank you for watching, make sure you like, make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!